Just coming back with another automated marketer and just kind of coming in. And I think we're turning this into a podcast officially. I think that's like the
Well,
new
I hope
rule.
so. I like podcasts,
I know, like
and
podcasts.
we
You
have
like
such
listening on your
soft, silky voices. So
yeah, that's right. I don't know if anybody fits that bill, but kind of the way it is. So a lot of traveling over the last few days. Been to a lot of masterminds, been to a lot of just kind of different scenarios, and just learning a lot in the sense of like where we are with kind of the marketing world. We talked about it before. It's still a pretty hot item. AI is just overly developing at this point at a very exponential rate. And for anybody that doesn't, or you've been living under, that doesn't know what automation is, or you're living under a rock for a while, the one thing that I'll tell you that they just added, and I think only a few people got access to, they now have GTP4 with web browsing and plugins. Now, plugins is going to be the next kind of air of where things go. And I think we'll get to that at some point. We'll demonstrate some of the cool plugins that they have now. I've been playing around with it quite a bit. We're actually working on a little side hustle project to see if that kind of works out. But you can do a lot of fun things with what's going on now. Now, what we want to go over today, there's been a lot of great updates inside of High Level, and we want to go over the new High Level, basically like the new funnel builder. I mean, we haven't seen it, so we kind of wanted to do it live with everybody to kind of have the same interaction that we normally would. So actually, Andy, since you're our lead
sure.
designer,
So
I'll
if
let
I
you
share
take
my,
over.
if I now I'm going to share my screen. So the way you get to it, if you're interested, is you go to settings in the bottom left hand corner, and then you're going to go over here to labs. And if you scroll all the way down, now labs, if you don't know, first we should explain what labs is. Labs is a lot of beta stuff. High level is often testing new things, trying new things. And if you're willing, they give you a preview. Now, this is only available if you are an agency account. So you can now go into this, and then you can go down into the look in the labs. Is it just agency Nuno, or is it anybody's account?
I think it's available to everybody. I think it's anybody that has access to it. I don't think it's only to agency. I actually think it's every sub account, if I'm not
Every
mistaken.
second.
But we
All
can
right.
always go back and ask. Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, so this is where they're kind of testing things while it's still in beta. So if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, it says brand new funnel builder, website builder. And I have not seen this whatsoever. Neither has Nuno. So I'm
It's
kind
like
of
a blind reaction, right?
blind reaction. So I'm gonna click this over. It's gonna take not even a second. This is
Yeah, and you might want
live
to like
days.
refresh your just
I know.
refresh the whole thing.
Yeah, but
It's
I know
usually
it
my
goes
experience whenever
live.
I'm turning on anything beta.
I
Live means that that's when it's
no,
going to
no,
go
no.
live.
I know, but let me get there. That's my birthday, August
Oh,
31st.
oh,
If you
get
want
out
to
of
send,
here!
if you want to send gifts, drop something in the comments. Anyway, so means they'll be live in
All right.
100
You're
days.
looking at your bank account. Yeah, that's pretty tough,
Yeah, they can always Venmo me something. Okay, and let's go over into sites. And we're just going to use one of these templates.
Do a new funnel. Do a new funnel because I don't know if people know or not, but
Yeah,
we now have access to the massive template library too. So,
new beta test is what I'll
yeah,
call it.
let's check it out.
All
Sometimes you
right.
need to refresh, so this will be
Looks
interesting.
the same. Let me refresh it just to be sure. So far, it looks the same. Might be inside. So
Might be. Are you a little excited, Andy? I mean,
yeah,
like,
I'm tingling. So, I'm just gonna call this. I'm just gonna call it lead
that's how
magnet.
geeky we are, ladies and gentlemen. We've
So
officially
this is how we have
surpassed.
fun. I'm not interested in cars. I'm not interested in anything else. All I want to do is see new tech and stuff. Okay, create from blank. Here we go, Nuno. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, this is
Oh,
different. Oh, I'm excited.
all right. So a couple of things here, right? So we have our menus now over to the left. It looks like for everything that we need versus it being over to the right. Well,
Nuno, I
that's
think
interesting, right?
layers. Do we have layers here? We have layers.
SEO metadata,
Oh, this
pop
is
up. So that's
fantastic.
still the same amount of things, though.
Well, let's start playing. Let's start building. So I'm going to throw in a section here, assuming that we go like this. Okay, and then I can add. I'm going to do a single row. It's looking pretty close to the same. Grab an image over here. Let's see if we have any new elements. So we have a bulleted list.
Yeah,
Which
we had the
before.
most of the
Select
same things
form.
so far.
Category navigator. That looks new for the blog posts. That's new.
Huh. Well, semi-new.
FAQs.
That's been there. That's been there for a while, but I guess they just the styling is definitely different. It looks a lot. It looks like it's going faster. Is that just me
It's
or?
faster and it's cleaner. The FAQs, is this new? This is new.
No, yeah, that's been there for a while too.
Yeah. Then we have
I
progress.
mean, it is. I like the way they you know what they
layout
did?
is
They
much
sectioned it
nicer.
all. They sectioned it off. So now it's like you see form. Oh wait, what's a form and then a button? Why is that under form? Is
Well,
that like
there's
a
always been a
regular?
form and a button. There's always been a form and a button.
No, I know, but why do they put it under form? Is my question.
I don't know. I guess they could put it under other, but it would be too far down, and buttons are probably used a lot. So they probably wanted to bring it up to the top because people use them so often.
Sure.
That's my assumption.
Scroll all the way down though. Was that was
But
so
look
so
at this. Global sections are at your fingertips. You don't have to. It's all right there immediately. How cool is that?
all right, so that's going to be pretty cool.
And remember that they used to have this section up top here instead of just being able to kind of choose out of it. So this is really nice. This is definitely
Go back to elements for 1 second, Andy. On the bottom part, do they now have anything at the bottom? Oh, so it's two-step order confirmation. So yeah, it's
all
about
the same stuff.
yeah, it's all the same stuff. I'm kind of curious. Yeah, like let's just start moving around. I think the global sections is great for the layer thing is pretty interesting to me. I wonder what that's all
Let me
about.
throw an image in here. See if
Yeah,
the
so
image builder is okay. And then
oh,
on the
now
right,
it comes on the right.
yeah. And then let's see
Oh,
if I
that's
can grab an
interesting.
image here. I'll just use a fake logo right over there. Okay.
Our faces here.
Okay.
Oh,
Logo.
I did
Oh,
something.
hey, I'm big. So I got my logo, and I can still do my normal adjustment. So it looks like all the controls are the same.
Yeah.
And then I can do a plus sign. It's definitely cleaner, though. It's definitely
Cleaner, and I like the way it goes to the right and to the left. It makes more sense, right? So you're
Oh,
building.
you know what? This is great. I'll show you something that I like. I can already tell something I'm loving in here. You see how there's the plus here?
Yeah.
That means I can choose any element that I want immediately.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we
Sure,
don't
sure.
have this on the old version. So this is cool. That means no longer do I have to try to get in that plus sign. I can just go over here, get a new section, drop it in here, add my rows, and do like 2 columns, put my paragraph in here, throw it in here. And as you can see, as easy as before, I'm able to open this up and work on it immediately without an issue. I can throw in a headline and then just drag it up to the top, throw in a form here. Whoop. I didn't have my form properly. Drag and drop. As you can see, everything is still drag and drop. Easy to do. And let's see. Now, this has always been a weird one for me that this has to go towards the left. I got to tell you, I'm moving around and it's moving fast, Nuno.
It's moving fast. This thing is moving definitely fast because I was actually building one in the legacy one this morning and it wasn't moving this fast. So the fact that
and then
it's got a little bit of speedy results. What's that thing right under right up top? It's got that.
So these little windows open and close up and down. That's very
interesting. Look at that.
And then to do new elements so that you see the whole thing as you're building it.
So to walk me through the layers, what can we do with that?
Yeah, I know. I want to check that out myself. Page. Oh, that makes sense. Okay,
wow.
So this is
yeah, no, that's really, really good. Yeah,
and then the pop-up. That's nice.
Can you hit the 3 little dots on the left-hand side? And what are the 3 little dots about?
I mean, like in here? Just so you know, your edit. So I can clone right from here now. So I can take this one column, this and I can just clone that. And look,
that's so much smoother than what it was before. That's pretty awesome.
And then I can delete this. No problem. And then my element is right underneath. It's nested nicely. So does that mean? This is going to be.
Can you drag it up?
Yeah, Can you? Yes, I think I can. So I'm excited. Yes, I can.
Oh wow, that's
right above the headline. Look at that. Oh, that is so sweet. That alone.
Where this price is.
That alone, my friend.
That's pretty cool. So for anybody just joining on now, this is the new lab builder for we're in HighLevel Labs and we're trying the new funnel UI, and so far it's pretty darn impressive. It's moving way quicker. We're able to move sections and control them in layers now that they're calling it. where you can save sections, hide sections, move them up and down.
And the
I
whole
mean, this
it's just universally working much better. And the next thing that I think is on here. So one of the biggest things that we have issues with is that we got to clone things and move them up and down while I'm doing a new section. If I see a section at the, let's say at the section at the top has all the information, I want to repeat that section at a lower part in the funnel to get people to re-engage. All I got to do is just clone it right from here. See, top.
I mean, that's a pretty big. I mean, if not that it was bad before, but it was like this is definitely faster. I mean, like literally, I'm telling you, I designed this morning and it was
it's not this.
It was not this quick, and it is moving like butter, man. This thing looks, it is flying.
Look at this, and then I could do.
I was hoping for a few more elements. I thought they were going to surprise us with a couple more elements. I mean,
maybe they are.
Now I'm just being a brat, you know. I'm like, hey, come on, can I get like a new Ferrari?
Oh, this is so much fun to work. Oh, I'm going to be using this all over the place. The only thing I don't like a little bit, I'm going to be honest with you though. You see how
it's a little crowded now? Is that what it is?
No, but watch this. I'm going to show you. I can already tell something I don't like. Okay, so I have my format. Just pretend. But I'm editing this, right? And it's covered while I'm changing my font size instead of just being displayed. So in order, at least the way I'm understanding, in order for me to see the whole thing and see, is it exactly how I want it? I first have to close this. It's not.
Versus moving it over dynamically. But I think that I think you can't have either or. I think I'm wondering if you can make it stationary where it will move the screen over to the left.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I don't see that. Pages. Those are the pages.
What is that? So, oh, wow. So you could see it
instead of being in the top right. Yeah, instead of being in the top right.
Can you make your screen smaller for some odd reason? Now you've blown it out to the sides. I can't.
No, that's.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Now I'm noticing. So the page, so the pages thing is normally in the top right hand corner, and that's over here now.
That is pretty cool though, because if you're working on multiple parts of your funnels and you need to go back and forth, even on your websites, that's going to be a big speed boost right there.
But hold on a minute. I don't know if this will work, but if this works in here, I'm going to be even more excited. If I go here and I clone the funnel step, and then I'm going to clone it again, and then I go into this. I don't know if this will work.
What are you trying to see? If the pages are loading up on?
If I can drag these pages. Can I drag these? No, okay. I was wondering if I could reorder the pages from inside the building.
Yeah, that would have been pretty cool. But I mean, that's pretty cool. That's a feature they can get, but that's going to be pretty interesting. Yeah. And then I'm assuming that's a regular CSS code. There's no difference there. So if we go back in.
Yeah, I'm going to go through every button right now. So again, over here, we have the elements, rows, sections, all that stuff is right in here. In here is the different layers of your page and all the different sections. Then we have the different pages that are in your funnel. You've got
like that we can go back and forth in there. Right. This looks a little cleaner too. So this is good.
Yeah. Tracking codes. Yeah. Just cleaned up. Everything's cleaned up. Custom CSS, same as it was before.
Yep.
Typography. Yep. Same as it was before. Background. Yep. I like it how there's no settings. It's all displayed. You don't have to click settings and then go to the thing.
Yeah, so it's all kind of laid out on that particular area.
And then there's the pop-up settings. Okay. Oh, and I can close it by going like that and like that. SEO metadata. Okay.
Same as before, yeah.
And then preview custom code.
What's preview custom code? That's interesting.
We have that on the present one right now. So
yeah, I got to be honest. I probably never used it, considering because we had preview on the right hand side. I've never seen preview custom code before.
Yeah, I'll show you how it works. So I'm going into YouTube in the background. You don't see it right now, and I'm grabbing one of my favorite comic book. Oh, you'll like this one. Share. Let me grab a embed code.
Yeah, I mean, what I am liking, what I'm seeing right now is that this is definitely way, way faster than what we're used to, which is great.
If I go code, see how we have our custom code here, and I open the editor and I paste that in. So right now I have it turned. I have custom code turned on.
Oh man, you're really aging us at this point. I know what all
Yeah.
those characters are.
Yeah,
That's,
isn't
like,
that funny? But then
that's
if we
very
turn this
shameful.
off, it goes away. You see that?
Interesting. Okay.
But we have that right now. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I just never, honestly, I've never even noticed
Yeah.
it was there.
Yeah.
And what about the mobile view? Let's see how the mobile view turns into. Probably the same. Okay. But again, very clean.
Yeah, very clean.
Very clean.
It's much
I
cleaner.
think
The
you can
whole
switch
thing
the
is
pages
cleaner.
right in the center too, because I think you can go right in the center. If you go a little bit to the left, yeah, right there, you
Yep,
can.
there you go.
It opens up the pages. That is definitely pretty clean. Go to the versions. I just
Hold
want to
on.
see if
Let
they
me just
develop that
save
a
this
little
so
bit.
I have a version.
For anybody that's been watching, you didn't know that there was different versions. You can go.
Yeah, you
You
can
can restore and everything else. So for people that even know lost funnels or you made an update and you don't know what broke your funnel, you go to restore. A lot of people don't leverage that. I myself have leveraged that quite a few times. Um, so they not only did this, I'm assuming the website builder is going to be very similar, but I'm now curious to go over to the website builder and see if it has.
Yeah, I have about
uh,
5 minutes for that, just so you know as we discuss
Yeah,
it.
so let's go over to let's go check it out. And again, we just wanted to give you a quick little preview, just like as we're seeing it. But this is how we normally test it. So if you're in the tool, there's a lot of different updates. I mean, there's been a enormous amount of updates in the last weeks, but we definitely wanted to check it out live with you guys to see to show you the advancements that this is making, which is good. It's just a really clean experience, and honestly, your buildings features are cool, clean, fast is what we're looking for as we're building things out. Because anything that slows us down, slows us in getting the product out to the customer. And then more importantly, it's not even that. I mean, if you're constantly building funnels and pages, and even for the normal user, this will be so much easier for people that are very little experience to kind of learn versus having to go through finding the elements on the left and going to the elements on the right and so forth and so on. So very, very cool.
Yeah, so it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same builder in a website. The one thing I can show you that I don't know if a lot of people know this, is now remind me, is this available for anyone that has it in the new website, the template library?
Yep. And not all variations of the different softwares we manage have that. It's oh wow, they even added link trees.
Nuno, look,
Yeah, I
they
see
loaded.
it.
Look what they loaded, link trees. Oh my goodness, this is exciting.
It's very, very exciting.
Oh, that's very cool. Oh, new toys. New Toy Tuesday. New Toy Tuesday.
New Toy Tuesdays. Oh, maybe that's a new
new toy. Yeah, yeah.
kind of
I
thing
can't
that
say that too
we're
many
starting
times. All right.
And real quickly for anybody following along on ChatGTP front, now let me kind of share a little bit of what's going on. I almost forgot how to share it. This is pretty embarrassing.
At the middle, bottom next to the camera.
So really quick little project. I don't know how to code well at all. Like I'm actually pretty horrible at it. And I think I've been sharing you this project, right? I've been like teaching myself how to code and I'm trying to Google app scripts and I've been learning this. But what we wanted to show you is that for anybody that has ChatGTP and you're paying the $20 a month, make sure you go into your settings on the left-hand side and inside of settings, there's new beta features. They have web browsing and plugins, and they also have data control. So you can export your data based on what you have, because the data that is the chat history and training really only stays for 30 days. They now allow you to export that data, which is huge for people that understand what training your bot is and what it involves. Because sometimes, like for instance, this one is trained on Google App Scripts, and that's all it does. And I have some other ones that we're playing with a lot of things. But what's really cool is if I go to a new chat now, and I go to GTP4, if you again are paying the $20 a month, and I can turn on browsing in the web and now give it a site. Like for instance, give me a bullet recap on this site. And I've been doing this just to kind of like get something like, so for instance, I think Neil Patel just did the Google algorithm update. And that thing is, his thing is, I can't spell algorithm, fantastic.
In the meantime, while you're looking for that, did you mentioned to me that you actually got rid of Jasper because you're using?
I did. I'm a big fan of Jasper. It's a great, solid software. I'm not even going to sit there and tell you that We don't use it, but the fact that I'm just doing so much on this right now, it's kind of hard for me to like, kind of justify paying for it because I'm not that I'm cheap, but like at the same time, it's just like it doesn't do all this stuff. This thing has literally been becoming my like assistant. Like I'll ask it questions and it'll find me the answers. And now that like, for instance, I don't want to go back in and read all the major things that are happening with the Google algorithm, but I kind of want to know enough to make me dangerous. So I'll post it to a site and just have it doing a recap. You know what's wild is that now most people are doing this exact thing. They're either doing video transcripts where they're going in, and we'll let that think for a second, where they're going in and recapturing like YouTube videos and basically going in and just watching like 30 videos, giving them all the sites. And now like, hey, come back to me and tell me what was said in this video, just to kind of keep up what's going on. Mm-hmm. For instance, things like this, where I don't want to get deep into the details. I just kind of want to know the bullet points of what's happening and what's not. I mean, think about this. This is great, man. And even, I mean, like for the stock people, they just came out with Bloomberg AI. So
no,
now,
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, they literally, those announcements today, and they literally came out with it. And now look, it's talking about the core updates and it targets all this other stuff. And it's pretty cool. Like the fact that I can get this, just kind of summarize.
Basically making cliff notes for you.
Yeah. So think about that. Like, I mean, I wish, where was this in college? I mean,
right.
I could have so now because of the new browser capability, and again, not only browsers, what's really cool because
what do you mean by browser capability? Can you go take, and I only have a couple more minutes, but go one step deeper in browser capabilities. What do you mean by that for people who aren't in the know?
Basically, you can now give, if you have, again, just to recap for people that are just joining, you go to settings, inside of settings, you go to beta features, you turn on web browsing and plugins. You might not have it. It's okay. They're slowly getting to everybody as you go through. I can create a new chat and I can say enable web browsing or enable plugins. Now the plugins are pretty wild too. If I go in here and I go to the plugin store, look at all the people that are jumping on this. So it's going to be a direct integration to allow you to speak, to allow you to do Zapier right from the bot, like Vox scripts, enable searching of YouTube transcripts, financial data sources, Google search results. So it is making this thing significantly, and these are the popular ones. There's like, look at all the pages. They've been literally, look at this comic finder.
What's the browsing one before that?
So the browsing one is just browsing in general. So if you just click on browsing, it automatically enables it. It's an inert feature in GTP4. And in order to get the result that I did here, which I think is the new chat, is I literally said, give me a bullet recap on this site. And then
so it's browsing to that site.
It's browsing to that site. It will actually, if I leave this over, what are the top stocks to buy in? Because now what is it going to do? It's going to browse the internet now. Remember, the cap on GTP4 is 2021, I think up to December 2021. This now, you'll be able to feed it 2023 like information and as you kind of go forward. And not only that, it can do its own analysis of whatever you want. I gotta be honest with you, I've been doing a lot of research and like a lot of this kind of catch me up, and the coding thing's been amazing. Everybody that doesn't know coding, all of a sudden to like just jump in here. And I've been writing a Google app script. I have no idea what I'm doing. And literally every time I get an error, I literally copy and paste the error, and then it gives me the solve. Then it says, oh, let me fix that for you. And it's like, well, if you try this code, it goes in. But look, it's giving me like the stop by the Motley Fool. So it knew that Motley Fool was a great place to get a top 10 list. And then it goes in there. Now, obviously, folks have been saying this about AI. Remember, it will make assumptions. So you can't take everything that it says, obviously not stock advice. But this is just an example, and it'll give you right here. This is not financial advice. It's based on the source of Motley Fool. So you would have to obviously trust Motley Fool. And for anybody that follows stocks, you know what that is. But how amazing is that? You can even say top 5 restaurants in the world or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So you can. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, that's really amazing that you can do that much stuff. I have to unfortunately make this one a little bit short. It's 2:00. Do you have anything, or you could keep going, Nuno? Or
I'm just going to go a little bit further because I just want to make sure people know how to access this. Because if you're using ChatGTP, jump on this because with the web browsing capability, it's going to be really enabled. So I'm going to do like 1 or 2 more samples. But Andy, as always, thanks for doing a quick little
My
tour
pleasure.
of.
Yeah, I wish I could stay for longer. We got to pick up our kids from school.
That's right. That's right. You know, and then we'll go from there. But I'm going to keep going with giving you some examples of like what you can do with these new browsing features and even some of the plugins. And then I will see you later, sir.
See you later. I'm just trying to get myself out of here.
Yes. So then just give you an idea. And then if we kind of go back and start a new chat, we can go ahead and turn one of these plugins on. So if I go in here, there's no plugs enabled. Let's go ahead and dive into your documents, find answers, bring information to your fingertips. That is pretty cool. I'm assuming I can bring a PDF in there. I know I got a link reader already in there. We're playing around in a different set, but let's go to Kayak. This is pretty insane. I'm going to install Kayak. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to install Kayak, and I'm going to say, give me the best times to fly to Hawaii. I'm just curious. I wonder what it's and prices. Let's see if it uses Kayak and how smart it is to really define this. Now, obviously, I'm being very genetic. I don't know how to use the plugin just yet. There's probably a. Oh, wow. So it's giving me parameters. Okay. So I am planning on traveling in August, let's say. In August, leaving Newark. Let's see. Let's see how in-depth I need to be. Now, again, I haven't tried this first. We're kind of doing a blind react right here and just trying to figure out whether or not this is really working to the way it needs to. But, oh, wow, okay, so it's doing it right now. And it's giving me the dates, and it's giving me times, and it's already giving me, you can check out the flight here. So it's looking for flights. Ladies and gentlemen, you now officially have a travel guide. You got to be kidding me. This is literally getting to the point of craziness. Look, so I mean, if you really wanted to plan a trip to Hawaii and it's giving the times and the lowest predicted price is 590, you can check the flight here, and it's giving you all that. Now, don't know about you, but that's pretty darn cool that that's even happening. But you can now enable this feature. There's a bunch of plugins you can play with. You know, have a little fun with it. As you can see, I went back in. Let's just do a new chat right here. I go in. The plugins game is definitely where it's going to be in. I can guarantee you that a lot of people are going to be like a lot of software is going to be jumping in on this. You have tasty recipes, so you can plan out a whole entire meal. A link reader, a local guide, a tutor to get you questions. Oh my Lord. Get access to marketing sales, that including domain information, company research, and search keywords. Things are going to be pretty good. I'm assuming a lot of these are going to be free, but depending on popularity, they'll probably go to a paid model at some point. But wow, I mean, you can get insights to internet traffic patterns and threats on Cloudflare. This is pretty darn cool. All the different things you can do. Chat and get game info database based on latest gaming information 2023. So there's all these plugins that people are already having at it. And I'm telling you, this is going to be pretty much the future of everything. Chat with video, ask questions, analyzing, paraphrasing through YouTube videos by simply providing URL. That is pretty cool. Financial note enables select market leading real-time data sets. I mean, wow. You are going to be able to ABC Mouse provides fun educational learning. Great. Even your 2 to 8 year olds can get on here now. I mean, there are so many absolute plugins right here on this that can get you going through currency conversion. Like, I mean, there's stuff we're even trying to play with right now. We've been doing a few of these and kind of like figuring out, just like I did now, like every time we can get in there, just going through this and just trying to see what they come up with next. Literally, there was maybe 8 when we started, about like not even like 2 weeks ago. There's already 16 and going. So this thing is definitely building. This is getting a lot of momentum. Now Instacart is really cool. You can not only, if you do I believe it's the menu one, like tasty menu or tasty recipes, and you also use the Instacart, you could tell it to create an Instacart order for you on top of also creating your meal plan for the week. I mean, that is pretty darn cool. Finding podcast research, Expedia is now on here. So it'll help you find all of this. So there is really, really cool. And even the tutors. So a lot of people have been teaching themselves languages. I got to tell you, like I've been trying to teach myself programming because programming is obviously going to be really important as you dive into this. But it's great. You make a mistake, you come back. How do I do this? It corrects it. It tells you what code to add. And if you're like explaining it to me like I'm a 5-year-old, it really is funny, and it does. So it will be really fun for you all to definitely try this. So hopefully this was entertaining, and more importantly, you guys got good things out of it. We went over the GoHighLevel update to the funnel builder. Great job. It's looking really, really good, and it's super fast, and definitely wanted to give you a sneak peek in AI and all the things that are happening there and with the plugins and the new web browsing. So hopefully you have fun, and we'll